Juggernaut!
Today, we are taking a look at the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Lady Bullseye, part of the Marvel Knights wave where the mindless one is the Vilda figure. In our shop, we were not able to acquire this particular wave because Hasbro cancelled the supply. So let's take a closer look. She comes in the box with the window. You can see the figure, Marvel Knights at the bottom, Marvel's Lady Bullseye. On the side is art from her first comic book appearance at Daredevil Volume 2 number 111. Same art on the back and a short read up. Pause it right now so you can read it. Sticker showing that it's taken from overseas and the other figures in this wave. Here she is sitting on the Payaso diorama throne. We have Lady Bullseye. There is not much sculpted details in this particular figure because that is how her costume looks like in the comic books. For other action figures aside from this particular wave, hope you check out my website at juggernaut-collectibles.square.site. It is my online website powered by Squared, so it is safe and secured, and we ship worldwide using Australia Post. In terms of price, the price is in Australian dollars, so it would show up as 40 AUD. Converted to USD, that's roughly 27 USD. Here we have Lady Bullseye. She is your typical Marvel Legends comic book figure female, which looks like a lady in a cosplay wearing only body paint. Closer look at her head sculpt. This is the only brand new part for this particular figure. It is well done. In terms of the details, you can see that small white dot underneath her eyes. That's exactly how it looks like in the comic books. Also the Bullseye logo on her forehead. The lips are painted nicely and her hair is detailed really well. Like the arrangement of her hair and how it is with those somewhat crimson sticks. It looks great. Other than that, the figure is just a blank body, like what I mentioned a while ago. Now, in terms of paint, the lines are painted nice, not perfect, but really good. It's just a match for how much the figure is. In terms of costume design, it is exactly how it is in the comic books. The only problem is when you articulate the parts with the lines, they break, but on the black part, it's alright. You can see how the lines are exactly where they are in the comic books. The only difference is on the back, wherein there is supposed to be another line from the hole that you can see from her neck to that particular piece. In terms of articulation, she is your basic female with bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows right here. It is seamless because it's all black, so it is barely noticeable. She has a wrist swivel and her wrist can hinge forward and back for both wrists, also the closed fist ones. In terms of crunching forward and backward, she can crunch that far. She can crunch forward and you can see the ball joint inside when she crunch forward. And she has a upper thigh swivel there and she can do a split. She has double jointed pinless knees. Again, it looks seamless for the black part. For the white with a line, it's a bit of a struggle because the line breaks. In terms of lines breaking, this particular line did not break. It is this particular like articulated part in her double jointed pinless elbows. You can see that the line continues to that part. Similar to other pieces, I cannot find anything like that. She comes with a pair of hands to hold her weapons. One is the right one is for the sai and the other one is for the sword, or you can use both for her fans. Here we can put the sai. She comes with two sais, so it's a pair of sais. a bit you can see it's warped because it's really soft, somewhat a soft plastic, but it shapes, I mean, it just fits right well. In terms of the other side, she can just grip it like that. It's the same one if you have the Electra action figure, so it's the same pair of hands. Just to illustrate further, we have Daredevil Electra. You can see that the right hand hold the sai, and it's exactly the same weapon as well. It's just different colored handle. For Lady Bullseye, it's somewhat crimson-like. I'm not sure whether is that crimson or magenta, something like that. But it's not as red as the one that comes with Electra. Here is the SPDR Wave Electra. Again, the handles are different, but it's the same exact weapon. Now I'm gonna get confused between the two Electra Sai. But yeah, you can distinguish it besides the Lady Bullseye one. The hands are exactly the same again. The right is to hold the sai in somewhat a like pointy position, while the other one is the upright gripping one. I mean, the left hand, it's for the upright gripping one. It's a clever reuse of a accessory. Here we have a brand new accessory. It is the fan with some blades. Those are blades, those silver parts poking there. And she can hold it with these two hands nicely. It works perfectly, amazingly. I mean, if the hands were designed to hold sais and like grip the sai, here you can see it actually holds it really well, and somewhat in a fashionable way of holding the fan, like pinching it. It's supposed to be light anyway. I mean, in real life, so it is supposed to be light anyway, so she can hold it without even trying to grip it really hard. It's really an interesting accessory because the silvers are painted really well. This Hasbro servo and white. The weapon is actually all silver, so there would be some like silvers coming out from it on the sculpted lines ones. Here is another way of holding it. If you pause it and zoom on the fans, you would see that the white paint somewhat gets removed on the sculpted straight parts, the straight lines. Other figures can hold it since they share the same type of hands. Here we have Daredevil Electra. She can hold the fan really well, easily, no problems right here, as you can see. I think other female figures would be able to hold this. I did not try for male figures, unfortunately. Probably something that I might do after this. Let's try for males to hold this, but females have no problem holding this particular accessory. It's really good. I mean, look at that. It's a very clever new accessory. So hats off to Hasbro for giving us a unique accessory. Now she comes with this particular blade, a sword. In terms of the handle, it is consistent with that raspberry color. Apologies, a while ago I mentioned like magenta or crimson. It's actually raspberry color. So she can hold it on either hands, but the best hand to hold it is the left hand, the left gripping hand. The raspberry color handle is consistent with the chopsticks on her head and the size handle. Her alternate hands are a pair of closed fist hands. Here we have other females that might be the same body mold as her. Here we have the very masculine new body mold for Moonstone. The definition in terms of muscles are prominent with her, so this is not the one that they use for Lady Bullseye. Even from the back, you can see the difference. From the back, Lady Bullseye has this particular, in her upper torso, those two holes. Moonstone does not have those two holes, so definitely it is not the Moonstone body mold they use for Lady Bullseye. Initially, I would think that they would maximize the use of the new body mold from Shriek. This is not the same body mold with Shriek. Shriek does not have those two holes that you can see. And in terms of the chest, Shriek's chest is well defined. It is the same chest that was used with the new Outback J. Scott Campbell Rogue. You can see there. I mean, it's different. But in terms of the legs, we can say that it's the same legs. Pinless, double jointed. Also the arms, pinless, double jointed arms. That's one thing which I believe, I might be wrong, but I believe she, Lady Bullseye, share with Shriek the arms and the legs, but not the torso. Because definitely the torso is something else. It is different, especially with these particular holes. Now, people always ask, why are there two holes on the back? What it's for? It is because it is the same old torso, which Hasbro has used repeatedly, even for new figures like Vinery here. She has those holes, which doesn't make sense. It's good for like flight poses, the big hole, but the hole near the neck, it's actually for a neck piece. One example here is the Age of Apocalypse Rogue, which has a neck piece, and that is what they use to attach that neck piece for. So it's a old body part which they use on almost a brand new body mold. You can attach it, but it doesn't look good at it's floating. It doesn't look good at all. Lady Bullseye in the comic books is 5 feet 6 inches tall. In terms of 6-inch scale, she seems to be just right. She is a little bit over 15 centimeters and under 16 centimeters. So this figure seems to be just right in terms of 6-inch scale Marvel Legends. Here she is besides the X-Men 97 Wolverine and the Retro Spider-Man. Next we have her again besides Shriek and Moonstone. A while ago we took a closer look at these figures beside her. Next we have is the No Way Home Spider-Man and Bullseye from the 3-pack. Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Next we have SPDR Elektra and the Hand Ninja. Next we have her besides the King and Queen of the Fist. We have Daredevil and Elektra. Next we have her besides recently reviewed figures Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Next we have her besides the final swimsuit Spider-Man and Sandman. And last but not the least, we have her besides Hugh Jackman and Halimo Sculptures Loose Collectors Darna. My final thoughts. Overall, it's a good figure. I don't see anything else that they can improve on in terms of how the character is in action figure form, because that's how she looks like in the comic books. Her accessories are a bit generous with like the new accessory right here, and the head sculpt is superb. I mean, it's well detailed. Overall, it's a clever way of how Hasbro budgeted this particular wave, adding Lady Bullseye, an excellent addition to the collection of Daredevil fans. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell.